Hello, welcome to Oracle Wednesday. Today's card is drawn from the Shadow and Light deck, and it is the Dried Flower Fairy, which means sweet memories. Now, when I did my tarot, I forgot to mention that about the number 7. Sorry about that. I forgot to mention the number 7. It represents consistency in a chaotic world. This means this was constant. So if you go back to the Tarot Tuesday reading and add the fact that this was a constant in a chaotic world. But just for review, this card means betrayal. It means that the truth is going to be revealed soon. That's what that means. And it's an Aquarius symbol. Now, pair it up with this one. Usually this card would be a very positive card, but because in a reading we have these two cards side by side, and this is not a positive card. This is a very bad card. The swords usually, I don't want to say bad, it's just, well, yeah, I can say bad. it's the suit of swords. They're kind of harsh in a way. I mean, you have some of them that are a little bit better than others. Some of them are better than others, like in reverse mode, and maybe the court cards. But the court cards, if they're in reverse mode, are not good either. The Dried Flower Fairy is sweet memories. Now, the number 11 in numerology. Usually you add 2 digits together, but in this case, it's the number 11, which you do not. So let's go and find that one. It is considered a master number in tarot or in oracle, and it represents creative energies, intuition, and righteousness. That means that this message is coming from my own intuition, and it's an intuitive message that needs to be revealed for this one, which has to do with betrayal and the truth. So let's go and read. Sorry, I'm crossed over here. Let's go and read the Dried Flower Fairy. That usually means sweet memories, and I will tell you what that means with this card afterwards. The darling little fairy just loves to collect memories and to treasure them, wearing them as garlands, their sweet faded fragrance reminding her of happy times. She tells you by collecting all your happy, sweet memories and keeping them from fading too. She has wings that resemble the wonderful monarch butterfly, which is renowned for the vast distances it can travel. So, though these memories may be a very long ago, that means this happened a long time ago, though through the ages, but they are still able to fly to you and reach you with their message of love and sweetness wherever you currently find yourself. Now remember what the number 7 meant. It meant constant in a chaotic world. And think about what you just read. That means this has been going on for quite a while, constantly. When you experience difficult and challenging times, the Dried Flower Fairy flies to your side, shows you a moment that you had forgotten, and magically the present moment transforms. You will always have her with you, most especially in the times when those sweet memories seem further away. She will come to you, and she will remain with you. Expect calls out of the blue, bumping into old friends, a photograph of a loved one, or a reminder of happiness coming to you in other sweet and ways. The Dried Flower Fairy speaks. Do you remember that time when you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Do you remember when the imaginary friend was more real than your own parents? What about the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light? Swam in the sparkling, oh my God. Swam in the sparkling sea, held hands or exchanged glances with someone you liked more than just friends. When you were given a gift for no reason, hugged by a friend, had a perfect day, found messages from angels in the clouds. You seem to have forgotten all the precious moments, so I've been busy gathering them up for you. I now return them to you, so your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss, and gifts for no reason become possibilities you believe in again. When I see you smile and treasure moments when the past is the present, I know my work has been done. Divination message. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun, and uplifting times in your life. The kind that has no significance hysterically, but in the story that is your life. They are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to shift through the precious moments in memory, and by honoring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweet memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved, and that the transcendent feelings of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. See? It's extremely positive. But the problem with that is it's paired up with this card that is not extremely positive, much like the reading of last week where we had a positive card, the Magician, and then we had a Oracle card that was not positive at all. It was about being watched and stuff like that by a narcissistic person. Now, this one sounds like, almost like a sociopath in a way. Like they're faking to be good, and it could be also a narcissist as well. They're faking to be good and from the outside. Like they're creating false memories so that way you keep a good memory of them, and yet they're not good memories. Your thoughts are betraying you because you think this person is someone who is a wonderful person, when in reality they're not. They betrayed basically this person, or they're betraying your mind, because this has to do with the mind. The swords have to do with the mind and communication, and like the number 7 said, you're living in a chaotic world. So this has been going on for a really long time, longer than you can imagine. And so basically, maybe even since the beginning, like this person was not who they said they were. And that means that all these memories that you're thinking are false. It's kind of like when you're with an abuser or a bully or something, and you think that they're your friend, but they're not. They're not your friend. They're not the person who they say they are. They're not the person they're showing the public to be, is what this is saying. And if you think back to the first reading I did, it was unrequited love. And then we did a love spell to bring out that self-love. Now this one is going to need a truth spell. I can already tell you right now that the Spellcaster Friday is going to wind up being a truth spell, and we're going to use stuff from the throat chakra, the crystal from the throat chakra, probably sodalite. It's really, really good for truth spells. You can also use like turquoise and stuff like that, but we'll get all into that tomorrow, which is Crystal Wednesday. It may be a little bit later because I do have something for work, but I will catch you later, and that is the reading for today. Blessed be.